Hi everybody. So today we're going to talk about the INFJ personality types, a secret to taking life to the next level. I think one of the biggest questions that most INFJs have is, what am I doing? What is my purpose? How can I make my life better? I know for me and a lot of my clients, this is a common question that comes up. Maybe it's reworded, but it's the same. It means the same thing, right? We have something that it's natural to us that is a powerhouse, and it will take our life to the next level if we know how to use it. And sadly, many of us don't. And I'm talking about an INFJ's intuition. It is incredible. It really is our powerhouse, and it is so important for the INFJ personality type to lean into those insights and follow them, because that is what is going to take our life to the next level. We're going to discuss this today. I'm going to discuss what an INFJ's intuition is, because it is a little bit different than other personality types. And I'm going to discuss how to get those insights, how to let them come in and start flowing. It's a great topic. I love this topic, intuition. It is so much fun to talk about. So it'll be fun. We're going to have fun today. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Trina. I'm an INFJ and I'm also autistic. I created this channel with hopes of helping other people like myself feel seen, heard, understood, and less alone, because that would have made a huge difference for me years ago. I also wanted a place where I could share resources. There's limited resources for the INFJ personality type and autistic INFJs. And it used to drive me nuts when I was really, really hard working on myself and it was limited resources. It was like banging my head against the wall. So I wanted to create somewhere where I could share resources to help other people. Things that worked for me with hopes it will work for other people. So this is what I did. So welcome to my channel. I hope you find it helpful. If you're returning, I'm glad you came back. I'm grateful for all my viewers. I also invite you to subscribe and like this video. I would really appreciate the support. All right, before we get going, I want to remind you that I opened registration for November for the INFJ Connection Circle. If you want to connect and meet other INFJs like yourself, talk about INFJ life, struggles, or maybe even just share fun stories in a safe place where you're not going to be looked at like you're an alien or eyes rolled. Ugh, I hate that. I hated that when it would happen to me. Anyway, it was so cool when I started meeting other INFJs and could relate. I had never related to anybody before, so it was huge. So anyway, we meet once a week. If you want more information on this, follow the link in the description of this video. It's a lot of fun and I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's get into talking about intuition. Oh man, I love this topic so much because our intuition is so cool and it is so important. It is an INFJ's primary function, our cognitive function. It is the number one thing. It is our compass in life. So can you imagine not leaning into that and being lost out in the forest and not using a compass to get home? You're just going to keep going around in circles. And that's exactly what I did with my life. I just kept going around in horrible little toxic circles, being miserable and trying to figure out what my purpose was. Why am I here? How come I don't have a life that's full of fulfillment? Like, what is going on here? I used to say my higher powers had a great sense of humor and they just liked seeing me fail. And that's so wrong. If you're spiritual, then you know they do not like seeing you fail at all, but that's what I had in my head. It was because I was not leaning into my intuition. I didn't even know what intuition was. I thought it was really woo-woo, really spiritual, and I wasn't really on a spiritual path yet. And yeah, anyway, that's a story for another time. We won't go down that road. But it is very important. So what is intuition? I'm going to talk about introverted intuition. That's what INFJs have. And there is one other personality type that does use it, although it's not a primary function. And off the top of my head, I can't think of it because I just focus on INFJs. So anyway, probably shouldn't have even mentioned that, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. In its basic form, introverted intuition is pattern recognition, which sounds really boring, doesn't it? But it is really cool. Our intuition is working all the time. So when we walk into a room, All we do is take in information, our intuition, and it works with our sensing function and it works with our feeling function. And it's taken in all that information. It has all those functions taken in information and it's storing it in our brains. We don't even know this is going on, but this is a little bit of why we get exhausted in a busy room, because our brain is working like, I have it pictured as little hamsters just running on their wheel really, really quickly. That's my brain. Anyway, that's how I have it pictured. And it's constantly taking in information and it stores it in our subconscious. So now our introverted intuition goes through and it starts sifting through all that information and it starts putting pieces together, pattern pieces. And that's really cool because those pattern pieces are things that we need that's going to take us to our next level. Okay. And now when we put those pattern pieces together, intuition puts it together, and something just starts to make sense, it will send us an insight that, oh, this is a pattern. It gets all excited and it sends us this insight. So that's when we'll get a knowing or a gut feeling, and then we'll get those sideways glances from people because we can't explain how we know that we know, we just know, and it makes us feel bad. So then we push our intuition away because those feelings aren't good to have. It's a bad cycle. Anyway, if we just give ourselves a few minutes to think about it, we'll be able to follow the breadcrumbs and we'll be able to explain how we know. We just don't have to say we know. We don't know how we know, we just know. Because if you're working with sensors, they're not going to like that. They don't like going on hunches. So that is our intuition in a nutshell on how it works. We could go much deeper, but this would be a very long video. Now, the sad part is many INFJs do not lean into those insights. Many of us won't even allow those insights to come through because there's a key to it. Insights will not come through if we are living a life that isn't great for us. So what I mean by that is if we're always on the go, right? Going here, going there, we're being social, we're exhausted all the time because that is not an INF friendly life. If we are constantly around toxic people, that was me. I'm not saying these people were bad, but they weren't my people and they were not overly nice to me and they always made me feel bad about myself. That's what I mean about toxic people. When we're feeling exhausted, when we're stuck in our head all the time, when we're overthinking, stuck in analysis paralysis, insights will not come through when we are in that state. And many INFJs stay in that state because society pushes that as normal. That is a normal lifestyle, to go out with your friends, to be on the go all the time. If you think about it, the people that you know, I'm not going to say friends because many INFJs, we tend to be private people, but we notice a lot of things going on with people. How many families, if you have children, or maybe you don't have children, you probably notice this anyway, how many families are on the go every night of the week? So many. I know more families that are on the go every night of the week than aren't. And if you're not, they look at you like, oh, wow, that must be a boring life. Well, I think their life is really horrible too. But anyway, that's what society thinks is normal, right? Always on the go. Their stress level is way up to here. They're not in a happy place. There's a lot of toxic people out there, right? So this is how it's pushed to us that that's a normal lifestyle. The INF lifestyle is totally different than that. I did a video on this quite a ways back. But I will briefly talk about the INF lifestyle. Like, my lifestyle is very quiet. I have very few friends. I keep to myself. I work from home. I'm grateful that I'm allowed to do that, or I get to do that. I have that gift to be able to do that. I am not on the go every night. My son does do one extracurricular, so it's 2 nights a month. Oh, it's not even 2 nights a month. Sorry, my mistake. It's 1 night a month and 1 day out of 1 weekend a month. That's it. That's all. That's all we do. I'm very picky about who I hang out with. Well, I don't really hang out with anybody. Who am I kidding? But I'm picky about who I allow in my space, in my bubble. No toxic. I have no patience and I have no time for that. I read lots. I do not talk on the phone because I do not like it. I do not go to sporting events. I do not go to concerts. I do not go out and about with other people. I do not shop when it's busy. I do not go to a whole bunch of stores at one outing because that's like too much for me. Anyway, you get the idea. That's an INF lifestyle. When we are not in a lifestyle that's congruent with who we are, insights will not come through. Insights, for those precious insights to come through that are going to take us to our next level, we need to be calm, relax. We need to allow space for them. When we're in a lifestyle like that, there's no space. We are not allowing space. We need to intentionally make space for insights to come through. We need to be calm, relaxed. They will come through when our brain is like in a relaxed kind of state. So in order to do this, I'm not saying you have to go curl up and have a sleep all the time when you want to go to the next level. That's not what I'm saying at all. You need to put our brain in a state of sort of relaxation. So for many people, that's like driving, when you're alert, but you're also thinking and noticing things around you because you have to, that sort of thing. Another time is walking in nature, not on your phone. Leave your phone behind or put it in your pocket. Take your phone with you if you're in nature. You might want to keep it with you, but put it in your pocket on silent. You're not on it. You're just noticing everything around you, the wind, the birds, or maybe it's wintertime, the snow crunching, that sort of thing. Daydream. Allow yourself time to daydream. Insights will come through. For lots of intuitives that really lean into their intuition and have a strong intuition, it's in the shower. When we're showering, because when you're in the shower, your body's relaxed with that nice warm water. And if you notice, next time you shower, just notice that what you're thinking about. Notice what you're thinking. It's probably nothing. Like you're just daydreaming. You're just letting your mind wander, uncontrolled, no boundaries. It's just wandering. And those insights will start to come through. Notice when this happens. For me, it's in a shower. It's like the most inconvenient time because my next point is we want to write them down. Also, we want to write them down. So get an intuitive journal, or there's apps for your phone that you can use. Write them down as they come. Because lots of times when they start coming, they will flood all at once and we will not remember them. And the key is we need to remember them. So write them down. Many intuitives that really lean into their intuition have an intuitive journal or the app. I write them down. I have papers all over the house where I write down my stuff and I know where they are. I'm organized that way. I know where they are. I write them down. Because mine come in the shower. Back to my point I was getting at. It's like the most inconvenient time because I don't take my phone in the shower with me for an app. And you can't take paper in the shower. So I have to remember them. So when they start flooding, I will only let them flood for so long in there because I will keep reciting them in my head so I don't forget, because I will forget them. So the shower, when I'm working out, when I'm on a treadmill, not if I'm doing this new workout. I'm probably going to get the name wrong. I think I pronounced it wrong, but it's called Intensati. It's so cool. If you don't know what it is, search it on YouTube. It's like a cool workout. It's so cool. You feel goofy doing it because you shout out affirmations while you're working out, but it's so much fun and you feel so good. I discovered it. This is like way off topic, but I'm going to share this with you guys anyway. I discovered it when I was listening to a podcast. It was a neuroscientist talking about the brain, and I'm like fascinated with all things brain. So I listened to lots of brainy podcasts, and she was talking about looking after your brain and the things that you can do to have a nice big fluffy brain. And she does Intensati, I think is how you say it. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oh my gosh. But anyway, and when she said that you're like it's like a combination of dance and kickboxing and what was the other? There's one more. It's like an aerobic workout, but it's super cool. I used to do lots of kickboxing and shouting out affirmations. I'm like, well, that sounds fun. And it triggers both sides of the brain. So anyway, there's science behind it. It's so much fun. When I'm doing that workout, insights do not come through because I'm busy focusing on affirmations and trying to get the movements right because I'm like a giraffe on roller skates. I have no coordination, but that's okay. Nobody's watching me but my dogs, and they cheer me on. I know they do in their hearts. So, but when I'm on the treadmill just doing cardio, or if I'm out walking in nature, Totally. They're going to flow through. So I make sure to have my phone with my app and I write it down, because the next key to these insights taking your life to the next level, and they will, because remember, it's picking up information all around. It knows, our insights know what we need to do. It knows what we want to do. Our intuition knows more about us than we do. It's incredible. Our intuition is so cool. But the key to it is taking action. We can write all these insights down all we want. If we don't take action on them, then it's not going to help. We're still going to stay stuck. The key is to take action. Now, I'm not saying this as a motivational video. However, this is a huge key. We can write them all down as many times as we want, but if we're not going to take action, our life is never going to change. We need to take the action to change our life. Now, I am going to give you a word of caution, because these insights are coming from our brain. We would think that they're going to be friendly to us. They're not always. Sometimes these insights are going to suggest things to us that are scary, that we don't want to do, to get us out of our comfort zone. And while we really like to stay in our comfort zone, that's not going to get us to the next level. It's not going to get our life to the next level if we stay in our comfort zone. So even if one of those insights kind of scare you, like, ooh, that sounds really uncomfortable, I don't know if I can do that, write it down anyway. Write it down anyway and just sit with it for a while. Maybe dip your toe out, take a little bit of action. It will get easier. It will get fun. And when you start to see the change happening, it gives you more incentive to keep doing it and keep going. I did a course on this, actually on introverted intuition, where we dive deep. It's navigating the depths of introverted intuition. If you want to learn more about your intuition, how to strengthen it, what to do to weaken it, because there are things that we do on a regular basis that is actually weakening our intuition, so those insights cannot come through. I talk about a dysregulated nervous system, which is a super interesting topic. I'm not going to get into it, but most empaths, which INFJs are, have a dysregulated nervous system. Intuition cannot come through, insights cannot come through when it's dysregulated, but it's easy to fix. And we also go through that. I explain exactly what introverted intuition is, and so much more. If you're interested in this class, I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. Go on and click the link and learn more about it. It's an on-demand class. I have taught this one live, but this one now I'm running is on demand. So you learn at your own pace, whenever you want, whenever you have moments to learn. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was way longer than I intended. I am sorry about that, but like I said, I could talk about this until the cows come home. It's a great topic. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.